Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Queen Sugar. So today I have a pick a pile that focuses on what your person is thinking within their headspace and what they're feeling within their heart space. So as you can see, I have 3 doors here. Our first door is the red door, our second door is the purple door, and our third door is the pink door. And behind the doors I have the crown chakra, which represents the headspace, and then the heart chakra, which represents the heart space. So these will be the 2 cards that you'll see in all of the piles, regardless of what door that you pick. But I want everyone to take a moment to take a few deep breaths in. And as you exhale, just think of yourself releasing any thoughts, fears, as you exhale. And as you inhale, think of yourself accepting and receiving positive, clear energy. Take a moment to do these exercises. In the moment that you feel ready, allow Spirit to guide you to the door or doors that they feel are for you. Once you have selected which door or doors that you're interested in listening to, feel free to click on the timestamp below. Thank you all for tuning in and watching the video. I love everyone. Peace, love, and light. Alright, so this will be for those that selected the red door. So let's see what your person is feeling and thinking. So we're going to divide this. The left side would be their headspace, their crown chakra. The right side will be their heart space, their heart chakra. So let's get started. So the first card that we have is codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Tolerance. You appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. We have recognition. Courtship, number 4. Number 14, temperance. And then the Queen of Wands. All right. So the temperance card represents typically like twin flame, divine counterparts, union. A lot of times that's how readers read it. But also temperance represents balance. It represents peace. It represents patience. So I feel that within their headspace, they are having some addictive behaviors that are more mental. So having continuous thoughts of fear, like doubt, always self-sabotaging themselves by overthinking too much. And that could be something that you mirror as well as times. Like sometimes you might overthink, or you're just always thinking of something negative. What I'm getting is that they're recognizing what this connection is, in a sense of like the courtship and the connection between you two. So they recognize what the connection is, but also their fear and their doubt is like interfering with that. And that's where that codependency card is coming out of, because they have to realize that the addictions to fear and addiction to doubt, that is affecting the romantic life, that is affecting the communication, the connection between you two. With the Queen of Wands, this typically represents creativity, passion, confidence, joy, just being happy and feeling very fierce and capable of doing whatever it is that they want to do. If you notice in this card, she's like super excited. She has her own power. She's in her queendom. She's someone that is just magnificent. She's beautiful. She represents like a true deep connection to like source and herself. She has a lot of laughter. She's gracious. She represents a lot of gratitude, and she's protected, you know. And so I feel that mentally they're thinking of you as someone that is just a great energy, a great person to be around, and that you're just kind of like well off for yourself. But I also get that their higher self wants them to feel this way about themselves and about the connection. And that requires them to find balance and peace within themselves, to let go of that codependency energy and those thoughts, because when you are patient, you can trust and have faith. And when you have faith and you trust, you're patient. So it's kind of like they both go together. And I think that over time, they've realized that their fear and their doubts has played a role in the connection. So that could be the reason why there's like lack of communication or there was distance. But also too, we marry each other. So there could be times where you kind of like psych yourself out and then they feel that energy, so they psych themselves out. So this is what's going on in their headspace. So let's see what's going on in their heart space. So we have, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Priorities. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. Vibrational. The mature man, number 5. Number 7, the chariot. And then the 9 of cups. So I typically don't call out the signs, but there could be water energy here within your charts and in their charts, and also fire energy. But what I'm getting from the heart side is that, one, they do want to stay optimistic about this connection because they see that it is a vibrational match. They are prioritizing the connection more, because in the past they may have not done that before, and that is why, things may have been distance between you two, or just the communication hasn't been great. And it also seems like that they're realizing within their heart space is that they have to go about this in a mature way. And this doesn't have to mean that the person is older than you. They can be older than you, but they have to be mature. They have to connect with their higher selves in order to get what they want, because the 9 of Cups talks about wish fulfillment. And in order to get that, they have to take charge. They have to come in and they have to be mature about it, because when you're mature, you know what you have to do to get the things that you want. You can't just like, oh, I'm just going to sit here in the corner and hope that everything comes to me. More so, it's like, I need to take action and move forward. And so this talks about moving forward, coming towards you. And I feel that within their heart space, they feel that energy. They want to come towards you. They want you to know that you are a priority in their life, and that they want you to stay optimistic about the love life, because they know that positive thinking and faith, which is what I talked about earlier with the Temperance card, is what's going to draw in that romance. It's what's going to bring that connection and that union together. So positive thinking is really key for those that pick this pile, for your person and for you. You both have to think positively and feel that positive energy within your heart, because if you feel the love and the joy that this person brings and that you feel with this person, you should think that as well. So you can't think, oh, this person doesn't love me, they don't want to be with me, but in your heart space, you know that they love you and they care about you. Like, that doesn't work. That's not balance. You have to feel both of those energies in both areas. And as you feel those things, that is going to strengthen the connection even more. And then, like, as they feel positive about the connection, you're going to start feeling more positive about the connection. It's like you two feed off each other, and it's important that positivity is felt between you two, because that's what's going to help continue to make this vibrationally fit for you both, and have that 9 of Cups happen and to cause the balance within the connection, because it's definitely needed. And like, even just looking at this card now, like, to me, this looks like the moon and this looks like the sun. And as I said before, this represents like twin flame, divine counterpart union. So like divine masculine and divine feminine energy, they're balanced. And also we have these energies within ourselves. So that's important. We have to balance that within ourselves. So as you are healing and growing, continue to balance the divine masculine energy in yourself. And that will help them start to balance the divine feminine energy within themselves, especially if they're not familiar with like tarot and heart chakras and healing and the, like all of that, because you're involved in watching these readings and listening to spiritualists, you have the resources and tools that this person might not have just yet. And so it's kind of like you are setting the tone, and you're guiding them to this journey of healing as well, because they're going to feel it vibrationally and energetically. And so over time, they're going to be able to do what they need to do even quicker, because you're doing it. And it's like your higher selves and their higher selves are like connecting with each other already. Like, hey, this person can work on this part of the healing and this other person works on this part. And then as they do the healing together, it meshes very well. You know, you kind of meet up at that same point, because even though you're going to go through different journeys, doesn't mean you're not going to see each other, but more so as you go on your journey and as they go on their journey, you can lead to that central point where you're like, hey, we finally come together. We finally have, you know, come into union, because now we're balanced and we've done the work that we needed to do individually in order for us to come together as a collective and as a unit. So I definitely get that this person mentally and emotionally, they feel that you are someone that they want to be with, and that they consider you as a wish fulfillment. And it's just taking them the time to recognize and do the healing and the work that they need to do, but also too making sure that they're not letting negative thoughts and ideas affect their connection with you, because it can. And so it's also important for you to continue to have the positive thinking. So even if, you know, there's distance between you two, or there's not you're not on the best of terms, it doesn't mean that you have to think negatively about them. You can send them positive energy and like thoughts and like love, and you can continue to go about your life if that's what you feel is best and healthy for you in this essence and sense of the connection. So I hope this was helpful for those that pick the red door. Thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to leave a comment below and just let me know how you feel about it, if it resonated with you and your thoughts. Thank you so much. Remember that you are loved. This portion of the video will be for those that selected the purple door. So we're going to see what your person is thinking within their headspace and what they're feeling within their heart space. So head chakra, crown chakra here, heart chakra to the right. All right, so let's start with the head chakra, the crown chakra. So the first card we have is let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Respect. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. Surfacing. Number 7, message. Your tarot cards are number 13, death and rebirth. And then the 2 of swords. All right. So what I'm getting from this pile, from their headspace, is that it's a couple of things. So they're in their head about communicating, reaching out to you with this message card here. It's kind of like they type a message and they think that's perfect, and then they don't send it. They're in their head like something keeps interfering with like how they should word the message, if they should send it or not. So if you look in the Two of Swords card, you see these crows, they like have these strings and they're like tugging at her, and she's blindfolded, and you can see like they're kind of like yelling at her. So it's kind of like different thoughts are like playing in this person's head. And what I'm getting is that spirit, their higher self, is telling them they need to end that. They need to let go of control issues, because it's interfering with the connection, it's interfering with their thoughts, and it's holding them back, is what I'm getting. It definitely seems like with the surfacing card here, a lot of anxieties and fears are popping up now. They kind of feel very imbalanced. I'm kind of getting that at times they are a little depressed, because all of these thoughts are hitting them at once, and they're like, what is this? What am I feeling? I don't understand it. Should I send them this message? Should I say this? Should I not say that? And then the message never gets sent. Or if they do send a message, it's just like very simple. But in reality, before they sent you that basic message, they typed something really complex, and it could have been like expressing their love or just telling you how they feel about you, but they don't do it. With the respect card here, I feel that their higher self is saying that this person needs to respect themselves and know that they are worthy of love and they're worthy of healthy communication, a healthy relationship. But it definitely seems like they come from a past of where that wasn't seen in their life. They never saw that. So they don't really know what healthy love and communication is like. And with the Death card, it typically talks about cycles of transformation, like rebirth. And so this is saying that they need to transition out of this control issues and like anxiety and the fear and the doubt and the lack of self-love and self-confidence and step into a higher power, step into their higher self's energy. I'm also getting that you are mirroring their headspace. So you are having some moments where you're doubting the connection, or when you're trying to control a lot of their actions, and they feel it and they mirror that. So it's kind of like you two are mirroring each other. And it doesn't mean like you're doing something bad because you're like, oh, I just want this person to text me. But I think when we feel that way and we keep saying that, it builds that anxiety, and then that person starts to feel that anxiety, and then we feel that anxiety that they're feeling, and then you see how it keeps growing and it keeps festering, and it feeds off each other. We feed off each other because we mirror each other. And so it's really important that we get rid of these cords and these ties that link to anxiety, that lead to fear, that lead to lack of love and self-love, and the belief that we are not lovable. So I feel like this person sometimes thinks they're not lovable, they should be loved, and that is how that anxiety and fear starts to build and fester and comes out in the connection. What else can we get from this side? I definitely get that over time they can get out of this headspace of this anxious feeling and this back and forth within their head. It definitely caused them to be like a stalemate, and they feel like they have to make this difficult choice of like, do I take that risk and be in love, or do I just kind of protect myself but still am hurting myself? Because when you protect yourself too much and you don't expose yourself to something that is beautiful, it can be detrimental because you're losing out on something. I think that's pretty much it, is that I feel like their higher self is telling them, you have to make a choice. You have to decide what it is that you want, because if you don't, you're never going to get it, is what I'm getting from their headspace, this card. So now let's look into their heart space. So we have make the effort, very befitting. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Patience, you are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. Beautiful. We have frequency shift. This is good within our heart space. We have number 32, despair. And then your tarot cards are the King of Swords, nice. And then the Two of Pentacles, going back into that decision making. So I'm getting that their heart space, they're more, how do I word this? They're on the right path in their heart space. It's their head space that's like they're balancing out and trying to, understand and solve and work with. Because in their heart space, they know that they have to make the effort. They know that things have to shift within the way that they think. And the King of Swords is such a beautiful card in this deck to me, because if you notice, he's well dressed. He's well put together. There's like an owl here. There's the crow. There's a bat. Like there's all these different elements and animals within this card. But he's in a better place. And you see the crow is not like yelling at this person compared to the other one. This is saying like this person, the divine masculine, they are logical, they're clear thinking, they're a stronger communicator, because the King of Swords is a good communicator. He's a leader. He's someone that has like a balance of mental and spiritual pursuits and like gifts and energy. And he's very brave. He's courageous. And I feel that the king here, he leads with kind of like rationale, but like a logical mind. So he goes with his heart, but he also is logical. So he knows that when he expresses and communicates with you, it's going to be from a place that is best for this situation, instead of like, I'm just going to act, I'm just going to say things, versus like, let me think about it, let me reflect before I speak. I also get that he's very wise and courageous in what he's going to say to you. Like, he's not going to be afraid of it. He's going to take that leap of faith. And it requires you to have some type of patience, just because he has to get from the Two of Swords to the King of Swords. And I'm getting that they don't want you to feel like you're left out in the cold, that you're alone, and that you are kind of like an option to them. They don't want you to feel that way. And so this is where the patience comes, and just like continue living your life and enjoying it, but also know that this person does care about you and they want to make the effort, but they have to do this work to get out of this control issues element, to get out of fear, get out of anxiety. And also you both have to do that, because you marry each other, and if you marry each other in a positive way, in a positive light, it will help each other continue that positivity and not feel that someone's being left out in the cold, someone's an option, someone is in a third party situation, or someone's really not expressing all of their love to the other person. But it definitely seems very promising, but they have to get out their heads, and you have to get out your head, is what I'm getting. Because the fact that the Two of Swords is on the head, and then the Two of Pentacles is in the heart space, it's just definitely saying that there is a need for more balance and just harmony within the connection, and like juggling what is important, what should be focused on, like figure out what makes you feel good. If thinking about the positive with this person and this connection makes you feel good, keep thinking those thoughts versus, oh, we're not talking to each other. Think about the good times. Think about when you do talk to each other, how is it like? And if you do talk to this person, what do you want to talk about? Okay? So I hope this was helpful for those that selected this pile. Thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to leave a comment below and just share your thoughts and opinions on your situation, the reading, and everything else. I love you all. Thank you so much. Remember that you are loved. All right, this will be for those that selected the pink door. So to the left, we'll have cards about their headspace, crown chakra. And then to the right, we'll have cards about their heart space, their heart chakra. Okay, so let us start with the headspace. Our first card is, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Freedom. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. Gifted. Number 21, family room. Your tarot cards are number 20, judgment, and then the page of cups. All right. So what I'm getting from these cards is that within their headspace, they know that you're it. You're the one that they honestly have always dreamt for, they prayed for. They feel that you are a gift, that you are gifted, that this connection is a true divine connection. And with the judgment card here, it talks about like self-realization and understanding, like spiritual awakening. And I feel that they are learning and seeing that this connection is a one-of-a-kind connection. It is a spiritual connection. It talks about understanding and knowing like your motives and what you feel in your heart to be true, and knowing that it can be trusted. And I think it's important that this person sees that it is time to set themselves free from their past behaviors and like thoughts. So they may have been a person that thought that they didn't deserve love, or they couldn't find love. And this is just saying that they have to set themselves free and let them be happy, and just enjoy love. With the family room card here, I really get that this person sees you as their spouse, someone that they can share a family with, regardless if you have kids or not. You can have them together in the future, or you can just birth new ideas and like a legacy with each other. And that is like that family that you build with one another. With the Page of Cups, I feel like this is such a great card, because it talks about dreaming and just dreamy, fantasies and things that your heart desires. And so, the saying, when pigs can fly, that is like a saying people say, if you're dreaming of something, you're hoping it to come true. And the person is kind of like, the opposite person that you're talking to is kind of like, oh yeah, when pigs can fly. They're not as optimistic about it as you are. And I feel that this talks about being motivated to know that love can be here. Love is here. And anything is possible. And to never give up on your dreams, to never give up on whatever your heart desires, because it can happen in the strangest way. It can happen in the strangest place, but you have to be open to it and know that it is okay to play around with different ideas and dreams, because you don't have them for any reason. You have them for a particular reason. The universe didn't give you these dreams and these desires for nothing. They gave it to you for a reason, because they knew that it was something that was meant for you to desire and have. So let's look into their heart space. So they're feeling express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Nice. Look, action, very befitting. You have the courage to express the unique loving colors of your soul. I love it. This is a really good pile. We have shifting. We have number 15, lovers. Nice. And your tarot cards are the 8 of Wands and the King of Wands. Beautiful. Beautiful. So you can have some fire energy here. There's water energy. But what I'm getting from the heart side is that this person definitely wants to express their love for you. They have a lot of love for you. It's kind of like it just burns within inside them. There's times where they just feel like they can't control and they have to say something, or they have to open up to you. And at times they're a little bit afraid. With the King of Wands here, he's just like standing so graciously and holding his wand with his crown, and the lion is behind him. So there could also be someone could have like a lot of Leo energy within their charts because of the lion here. But he's very, charismatic. He brings the laughter out of you. You feel good around this person. I'm also noticing too, like, you two just have like a very fiery dance when you're with each other, like energetically, if that makes sense. Like your souls just dance with each other when you think of him or when he thinks of you. Or you can put it, he or she, as you feel fit. It's kind of like they ground you in a way, and they make you feel very confident, and you make them feel very confident as well, because they just love you. They can't get their hands off of you. I'm also noticing too that with the 8 of Wands, in time, like I see very soon, they're going to come in very quickly and express to you what they feel. Like it's just going to come out of nowhere, and it's going to take you off your feet, because the love that they have for you is it's very strong. I'm kind of getting that they actually love you more than you love them. And that's what's scaring them sometimes, because they're like, I think I love this person a little bit more than they love me. But with the shifting card, I get that they're shifting and transitioning into a better headspace where they can be in this King of Wands energy and that divine masculine energy to express what they're feeling within their heart space. And because they know that you are the person, you are that spouse, that life partner that they want, that they can build this family and legacy with, they're going to be able to express that very soon. So it seems like for those that pick this pile, your person is really getting balanced and are getting in line with both their chakras, their crown and their heart, which is good, because typically, kind of like with the other piles, some piles were like they felt that they didn't feel a lot of things in their head space because they were anxious and nervous, but in their heart space they felt stuff. But in this pile, this person definitely seems to be almost balancing it out very nicely. So I can see this person definitely reaching out and expressing what they're feeling, or just like starting slow, like, hey, I'm interested in you, let's go on a date, like taking it to the next level very soon. So get excited about this. This is very beautiful energy, and I just love that this Lovers card came out. Like, it's just the action and express your love. Like they know what they have to do, and they plan on doing it. Nothing here is saying like, oh, I'm kind of like in my head about it. It's more so like, it's time. I feel it. She or he ignites this fire within me, and it's time for me to express that love and that desire for them, is what I'm getting. So yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful reading for those that picked the pink door. I really hope that you all enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a comment below and just, share whatever thoughts or information you want to share. If you connected or resonated with this pile, Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all the love and support. I love you all. And remember that you are love.